Hello, sweet ones. My name is Caroline, and excited to be back with you again for another video. Talked about my shoulder issues the last time, and remember the doctor saying when he gave me the cortisone shot, he said, you'll feel bad for a couple days, and then you'll feel like cutting down some trees. And so while I don't really feel like cutting down trees, I do want to bring some more practice for me and for you. So I'm going to keep in line with not using shoulders that much. So today is going to be about learning the Sun Salutation A. And Sun Salutation A is a series of movements matched with breath. It increases your energy. Do we all need some of that? Yes. And we're going to do a variation, about 3 different variations of a Sun Salutation A. And just know that you'll find one that jives with your body. And I encourage you to do what feels good for you. You know your limitations. You know what feels good for you. And if you need to take it a step further, we offer variations and modifications as well. So in our Sun Salutation A, there's a period when we're in this pose, one being down dog. Today we'll do child's pose and down dog. And when you're in these poses, it's a resting point where you really focus on deep belly breath. And we'll do that for about 3 to 5 breaths. So I just wanted to tell you up front, we're going to do variations of Sun A's along with practicing some beginning yoga poses with warriors. And also wanted to show you what you're going to need for the class today. So if you need to, after I tell you what you're going to need, you need to pause the video, go grab some stuff, feel free to do that. As always, if you feel like you need to take this practice up a notch and you already have the full-on Sun Salutation A in your practice, you do you. So you pause it, you do what you need, and then you can we can join back up. So you will need a yoga block, and if you don't have a yoga block, then use a big old book. And I have the Webster's Dictionary right here. And you will need a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or you can use a necktie. And also a blanket. All right. If your knees are higher up than your hips when you sit in this easy seated pose, go ahead and sit on a blanket just to raise the hips up a little bit so that they're higher. Your pelvis is higher than your knees, okay? And so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start easy seated position. Now I want you to close the eyes and just breathe naturally on your own. If your forehead is furrowed, then just unfurrow that forehead. Soften the tongue. Relaxing the jaw. Sending the shoulders down. As we're sitting here breathing, I'm thinking, I don't even know if furrow or unfurrowed is a word, but you know what I mean. Take the wrinkles out of your forehead. Nothing to think or stress about right here, right now. We're going to be selfish with each other for the next few moments. Yogi's choice on either palms down on the knees, which generates more heat and energy transmitted into your body, or you can have palms up to receive. Focusing on our deep belly breath, which is what we'll use when we're in these resting poses of child's pose and down dog as we travel through Sun Salutation A. So we want to practice our deep belly breath. On your inhale, I want your belly to swell outwards. On your exhale, exhale through the nose, keeping the lips together, and you're drawing your navel towards your spine. Inhales and exhales are kept through the nose just so we can keep the body temperature warm. And so a lot of times people will think, myself included, it's a backwards way of breathing because we're so used to breathing through our chest where we hold a lot of stress and anxiety in our shoulders. So this is just tapping back into our diaphragmatic breathing, how we were born to breathe. So think about on your inhales, sending the belly out, soft and full. And on your exhale, you're drawing the navel to your spine. Inhale, release the belly outward. Exhale, draw navel to spine. You get that feeling on that exhale when you're drawing that navel to your spine, like you're putting on a pair of tight pants. All right, we'll do it one more time. Inhale, deep belly breath. Exhale, pushing the breath through the nose, drawing navel to spine. Coming back to center. If your eyes were closed, you can keep them closed or flutter them back open. We're going to drop the right ear to right shoulder. And then taking the right hand and just gentle massage down your neck towards the top of your shoulders. And you all know that I love a good playlist and I love music. Bring your head back to center. And then dropping left ear, left shoulder. And so I've read so much about using music, not using music, copyright when videoing. Taking your left fingers and then massaging that side of your neck. So no playlist, no music, no outside bird noises because it's raining here. And then come back to center. Inhale, we're going to send the chest forward, looking up. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. I want you to round through your upper back. Inhale, chest comes forward. This is a seated cow pose. Exhale, rounding into your seated cat. Flowing between the breath and the body. We'll do one more time each side. And then come back to center. Inhale your arms out to a T. And then bring your forearms together, palms together in front. And instead of having the elbows lower than the armpits, we want to bring them level. Okay? So once you're here, take your right hand and cross it in front of the left. Eagle arm wrap. This is a modification. Okay? So you're going to feel this nice pull and stretch through the shoulders and through your upper back, okay? If eagle arm is in your practice, go ahead and make the X and fully wrap, putting the right fingertips in the palm of the left hand, okay? Keeping the elbows lifted, gaze up past the fingertips. Feel that nice, yummy stretch. Ooh, yeah, through the upper back. Release, opening the arms back up into a T. Give yourself a hug. Open the arms back out to a T. Bring your forearms together, palms together. Taking the left hand now, placing it in front. Remember, this is our modification for eagle arms. Or you can go in for the full eagle arm wrap. Keeping the elbows lifted, soft jaw and neck as you gaze past the fingertips. Release, opening back out into a T. Give yourself a hug and put the other arm on top this time. And release. All right. If you are sitting on a blanket, go ahead and come off of that. And grab your strap, your tie, your belt. Okay. Extend the legs long out in front of you. And we're going to lean to each side because I want you to pull out some extra flesh, right? We all have extra flesh. And you can really feel those hip bones more grounded down into your mat, okay? Take your strap, wrap it around both feet. Okay. Do not wear your shoulders as earrings, all right? Send those relaxed and down your back, drawing your navel towards your spine. Nice big inhalation. And we're going to fold at the hips. You can walk your hands down the strap. You can not use the strap if you want to piece fingers around the big toes or grab the outer edges of your feet. The important thing here is as you're forward folding, on your inhales, you're sending the crown across your legs, lengthening and growing the spine. As you exhale, maybe you're folding a little bit deeper into this forward fold. One more deep breath. And rise back up. All right, we're going to keep just the left foot wrapped, bending the right knee. This is called flag pose. So our torso is automatically a little bit right of our left leg. But what we want to do is line it up. So take your belly button and turn it just a little bit towards that left leg. Okay, nice big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Make sure you've got a soft jaw, relaxed neck. You're gazing down at your left leg. And rise back up. Release the strap down. Inhale your arms all the way up. All right, I'm stopping here because of shoulders. We're going to spinal twist to the right. Right hand comes behind your tush. Left hand is on the outside of that right knee. So on your spinal twist, grow tall on the inhale, twist deeper on the exhale. Come back to center. All right, let's wrap both feet again. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise back up. And we're going to wrap just the right foot, bending the left knee. Turn the belly button towards the right kneecap. Nice big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Rising back up, dropping the strap down. When I say inhale your arms all the way up, I'm going to show you this one time. Inhale, arms all the way up, okay? My all the way up right now is to my chest. Spinal twist to the left. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhaling, twisting deeper. This is so good at wringing out all the toxins through your spine. Just think about that washcloth wringing out. And come back to center. And take your strap and just place it over to the side. Bring the soles of your feet together. Whatever's comfortable for you, whether that's closer into your body or further out to look more like a diamond shape. Okay. Taking your hands, placing them on the tops of, or the edges of your feet. Okay. And I want you to peel the feet open like you're opening up a book. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, forward fold. Keeping the feet open, we're going to lift our torso back up, closing the feet. Inhale, legs lift up. Exhale, travel back down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, back down. This is so good at stretching through the inner thighs and our groin area. Last one. And exhale. All right. So I want you to come into tabletop. We'll be on our hands and knees. The blanket also comes in handy if you need a little extra cushion for your knees. You can make it as thick as you need to. So our position in tabletop, you want your index fingers to be pointing at noon. Nice wide fingers, fully connected and pressed into your mat. Rotating those elbow creases right here towards the front of your mat. Looking down at your mat, so not looking towards the back of your feet and not looking up either. Okay, we want that nice pretend line from the crown of your head down to your tush. And if your big toes are touching in the back, go ahead and separate those out. No relaxed belly, so drawing the navel to the spine. And we're going to warm up the spine some more in cow and cat pose. We did it seated, now we're going to do it from the mat. Inhale, tip the tailbone up as you gaze up, opening up through the chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in, tuck the chin to chest. I want you to feel that stretch to the upper back. So matching breath and body. Inhale, takes you to cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. Follow your breath and body. time each side, one more cow, and then one more cat. Coming back to center. I want you to take your right leg, extend it behind you, but make sure that it's not off the mat. We want the ball of the right foot in connection with your mat for a runner's stretch. Okay? Drawing navel to spine, feel that energy traveling up your calf, up your thigh, holding here. We're going to shift forward just a little bit. I want you to bring that knee into your chest, really pressing through both hands, rounding through your upper back. If this is too much for you, just bring that big toe down to your blanket. Opening up to the side for fire hydrant. And come back to tabletop. Same leg. Now we're going to press through the heel. Foot is not connected to the mat. Staying here, or you can send that left arm forward for a spinal balance. Bring the left hand back down. Take the right foot and cross it over your left leg. Okay? So you're pressing into that, just a different type of stretch right here. Gaze over that left shoulder. And come back to center. Come back to tabletop. All right, extending the left leg back behind you, runner stretch on the other side. Drawing that knee into your chest, staying here, or dropping that big toe down. Totally your choice. Opening up into fire hydrant, staying here, or you can extend that leg out to the side. Okay, foot is on the ground, or you can stay in fire hydrant. And come back to tabletop. Send the left leg back behind you, pressing through the heel. Staying here, or adding that right hand extension, right arm extension. Bring the right hand back down, and then cross that left foot over the right leg. Peek around that right shoulder. Come back to tabletop. Okay? Take your knees as wide as your mat. Big toes touching the back, pressing back into child's pose. This will not be an active child's pose, so I want you to flip your palms up to give your wrist a break. Just kind of melt into your mat for a moment. Rising back up into tabletop. So from here, I want you to curl your toes under. Remember, index fingers at noon, nice wide fingers, elbow creases rotated to the front of your mat. And then we're going to lift the hips up, lift those sit bones up. So right now you look like an upside down V. This is down dog. Tight hamstrings, you can put more of a bend in your knee if you need to. This does not feel good to wrist or to shoulders. You can come down to forearms and pressing the sit bones back up. All right, let me meet you back in down dog. So I want you to gaze between your thumbs, bend your knees, and then walk. Take as many steps as you need, or tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way back up. I'm going to stop in cactus. You do what you need to. And hands to heart center. All right, let me move my blanket out of the way. All right, keeping our feet underneath knees, knees underneath hips, grounding down through both feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. We're going to drop the right arm down, side bend. Come back to center. Inhale, arms all the way back up. Drop the left one down and side bend. Come back to center. We're going to take the upper torso and we're going to twist just gently over to the right. Maybe take that left hand on the right hip. Come back to center and then twisting over to the other side. And come back to center. All right, kick it out if you need to. We're going to start our variation on Sun Salutation A. So we'll do about 2 rounds. I have 3 different ones I want to share with you today. So we'll do 2 rounds of each. And typically for a person that's starting out in yoga, it's good to do about 4 or 5 rounds of Sun Salutation A's. And then as you build strength and momentum, you can add another one, maybe about once a week. But you'll see in the Sun Salutation A where the breath matches the movements. There's a purpose for each. You'll hear me cueing inhale and exhales and matching movements with those. So go ahead and we're going to start at the top of our mat. So remembering that these are not your typical Sun A's, it's a variation. And it's not we're skipping the Chaturangas, we're skipping the Vinyasas, we're skipping using our shoulders in these particular Sun A's, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and come into tabletop. Press back into child's pose. You can make it an active one since we want to increase the body heat by not having the forearms on your mat. Really reaching, stretching through the palms of your hands towards the front of your mat. All right, we're going to rise up. And bringing the left or the right foot through, we're going to come back up to the top of our mat, staying folded over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into tabletop. Press back into child's pose. So deep belly breaths here. Remember, belly swells on your inhale. And then bringing navel to spine on your exhales. We'll stay here for one more breath. Look between your thumbs. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Hands to heart center. All right, so a couple of things I want to show you before we move on to the second variation is when you're in your forward fold and your flat back. Okay, so grab your book or your yoga block, whatever you're using. Okay. When we forward fold, we're folding at the hips. Okay? If your hands and fingers do not meet the mat, they need a point of contact. Okay? So this is where our block comes into play. Okay? Forward fold is folding at the hips, looking between knees or calves or thighs. And if you have tight hamstrings, you can put a slight bend. Your flat back is going to be pressing the chest up, gazing up. Okay? Whether that's using your block on whatever position, okay? Or you can do hands to shin. The important thing in here is the chest is open and shining outward, gaze is up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Slowly rise up. Okay, just want to mention those couple of things so you can add that into your repertoire. All right, this second version of Sun Salutation A is doing a modified plank. Okay? Again, skipping the Chaturanga, skipping the Vinyasa. Do what you need to do though. If you need that in your practice, take it please. All right? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into a plank. Make sure your booty's not up here, okay? And then we're going to drop the knees. Modified plank. Pressing back into child's pose. Staying connected with the breath. Look between the thumbs. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Last one like this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your plank. Drop the knees. Pressing back into child's pose. Don't forget your deep belly breaths. Look between your thumbs. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. All right, the last one that we're going to do a variation on is going from plank into down dog. Again, skipping the Chaturanga and the Vinyasa. Okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your plank. Press back into down dog. It's okay if your heels are not touching the mat. Okay? Drawing the navel to your spine, pressing through each finger. Palms fully connected. Look between your thumbs, bend your knees, and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. All right, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your plank. Pressing back into down dog. Okay? A modification for down dog, if this doesn't feel good to you, come into tabletop. but making sure hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Okay? And remembering in your down dog, you can also bring it down to your forearms. All right. Look between your thumbs, bend your knees a little bit, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Hands to heart center. All right, so those are different variations of Sun A's, and you will find as you practice with different teachers, just listen to your body and do, even though they might cue you to do something different, you can have it your way, right? I can't remember, is that Burger King or McDonald's? But anyway, you know what I mean. So let's come back up to the top of our mat. We're going to go into some warrior poses. Yeah, we'll keep going. All right, top of the mat. Grounding down through both feet. Palms open, hearts open, shoulders are down. Step back with the left leg, coming into warrior one. So some things here. Right knee is bent, knee over ankle. Left foot, those toes, it's like at a 45-degree angle, but you want those toes facing at 10 o'clock. And make sure those hips are squared up to the front of the mat. So warrior one is really good at strengthening the legs, opening up the hips and the chest, okay? My arms are going to be here. You can choose to go up all the way up if you'd like, holding here, deep belly breath. We're going to pivot the left foot, open up into warrior two. So now your left foot is parallel to the back of your mat, relaxing the shoulders down. Okay, so in these warrior one and two poses, pressing forwards and pressing backwards at the same time. Okay, and then deep belly breaths here. So this is really good at concentration and improving your stability. You want to gaze over that middle finger. Going into extended side angle pose, we're going to go into a couple options here. Your first option is to bring the forearm right above that right knee. Palm is facing up, okay? So all we did here, we didn't do anything waist down, okay? Bring the forearm to your thigh. And if you're having shoulder pain, bring that hand to your hip, left hand to hip. Or you can come straight up, or you can shoot that arm over your ear, okay? Totally your choice. You can look down at your mat, or you can gaze sideways, or you can even travel up, gazing up at the ceiling. All right, coming back up into warrior two. Pivot your right foot so we face the long part of your mat. Hands to hips. Okay, maybe even turning the toes in slightly. Nice big inhalation. Exhale, send the chest forward, folding at the hips. And releasing the hands down to the mat, or you can release it down to a block or a book. Slightly bend both knees, and I want you to bring your hands to your hips, drawing the navel towards the spine. We're going to lift out, pressing through both feet. All right, inhale, arms all the way up. And then any way to get your feet back together, but those that know Bill and Ruth, we always say do the bill. So any way to get your feet back together, or you can do the bill. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So go ahead and start at the top of your mat again. I'm going to start this way so that my back is not to you. All right. We'll reset here in mountain pose. Nice big inhalation. Open mouth, sigh it out. Step back with the right foot going into warrior one. Okay. Those toes are going to face 2 o'clock. And a lot of times it's easy for that back foot to want to roll inward. You need to press through that outer edge. Okay? You decide on your arms, whatever feels good to you. Deep belly breaths. Opening up into warrior two. Gaze over that left middle finger. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to come into extended side angle. Again, remember the arm options. Hand to hip, straight up, or over the ear. Just make sure that that knee is over, not too far forward, not too far back. But this is really good at relieving stiffness through your back and your shoulders. A wonderful deep stretch through the thighs and the groin area, hamstrings. Coming back up into warrior two. Pivot the left foot so you're facing the long edge of the mat again. Okay. Nice big inhalation. Exhale, folding at the hips. Again, hands to mat or hands to block. Make sure you're not sitting in your heels. Slightly bend both knees, hands to hips. If you're keeping that core engaged, then you don't need to draw your navel to spine because it's already there. Pressing through both feet. And bring your body all the way back up. Any way to get your feet back together, or do the bill. Okay. So practicing chair pose, which is key in the Sun Salutation B. We'll do that in another video, but we're going to practice chair today because it strengthens your thighs, your ankles, it tones the shoulders and the booty, okay? So I'm going to stand sideways. I want you to root down through both feet. Inhale, chair pose. We're going to sit back into our chair. Arms sweep up, okay? Some things here. If you have a duck butt, slight tuck of the pelvis. I want you to look down, make sure that if you cannot see your toes, you bring those knees back. 3, 2, 1. Rise up, hands to heart center. Opening up through the hands, nice big inhale, and then sigh it out. All right, we're going to do chair one more time. Inhale, chair pose. Rising up, hands to heart. Nice big inhale, and sigh it out. All right, so we've done warrior one, warrior two, now we're going to do warrior three. The cool thing about warrior three is you can use a wall if you need some extra stability, or you can use a chair in front of you just to have it near. If you don't touch it at all, that's cool too. All right, so our warrior three is going to make us look like a bird or Superman, but it's really good for concentration. It's really good for strengthening those small muscles in the feet and the ankles. And it's just really a good stability exercise or stability pose for the entire body. Okay. Rooting down through both feet, palms shining forward. We're going to bring hands to heart, sending the left leg back behind us. And we start to fold at the hips. You're going to keep the left foot flexed. You can bring arms out to the side. You can keep hands to heart. You can reach out in front of you. Totally your choice. Keeping the left hip in line with the right. And then rise back up. Left foot meets the right. Inhale. Side out. All right, so we're going to do the other side. So we're not just super strong on one side. All right, rooting down through both feet. We're going to send the right foot back behind us. And again, you've got that wall nearby. You can do all kinds of options with your arms. Or if you've got a chair nearby. Lowering the right hip in line with the left for 3, 2, 1. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, arms up. Side out. Hands to heart center. All right. So we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Practicing boat pose, which is really good at working on the core. All right, so a couple different options for boat pose. You can start by holding the back of your thighs, but it's about balancing on the sit bones, okay? And you can be here. Don't dump through your back and round your shoulders. Chest open, okay? You can be here, right? You can hands behind tush, but don't allow the elbows to go out. Draw them towards each other. Lots of different options for you. All right, so come back to easy seated. So noting all the options that we just did, you decide which one is best for your body. And we're going to do boat pose again. All right, when you're ready. Holding and breathing. Holding the pose, but still breathing. Bring the soles of the feet together. Nice big inhalation. Exhale, forward fold. Rounding all the way back up. We'll do one more boat pose. Maybe do a different variation just to spice it up. Okay. When you're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soles of the feet together. Nice big inhalation. Exhale, forward fold. Come back up to center. All right, restorative bridge, pure yumminess. I want you to take your book or your block, okay? And we're going to, if you're using a yoga block, it's way more light than this book. So we'll just have it handy. But I want you to bring your body all the way down to the mat, bending your knees, feet flat. Okay? You're going to lift your hips up, and you're going to take your block, and you're going to place it right at your sacrum. Okay? So not your lower back. You want to feel like your hips have just unlocked and are melting over the sides of the block. Arms can be just relaxed by your side. you want to take this particular pose up a notch, you can lengthen the legs. You can send your arms up over your head. Okay. That puts a little bit more pressure on the lower back, so if you already have lower back issues and that doesn't feel good, bend the knees. But I want you to melt into the block, melt into your mat, closing your eyes, and staying with the breath. Nothing forced, just natural, relaxed breathing. Take a deep breath in through the nose, pressing through the feet. Send the hips back up, and then remove the block. Bring the hips back down, drawing your knees into your chest, and rock side to side. And extend the legs long. Inhaling the arms up over your head, full body stretch. And on your exhale, just allowing your body to transition into Shavasana. Some of you might find that restorative bridge was great and you want to end your yoga journey today with restorative bridge. You can do that. Some may want to go into corpse pose, Shavasana. Nice big inhalation wherever you are, through the nose. Open mouth, side out. Sending gratitude to your bodies. Noticing any tension in your body, maybe sending a message to that tense area to relax and release. Knowing that as we go through darkness, we always need to look for the light. And when we just feel like we're in the pits of it, we know that joy comes in the morning. Deep breath in through the nose. On your exhale, wiggling toes and fingers. like you need to take a longer Shavasana, then pause the video. Otherwise, when you're ready, rolling over to your right side, maybe using your arm as a pillow underneath your head. And slowly making your way up to an easy seated position. We'll inhale our arms all the way up. As our palms touch, close your eyes, bring your hands down to your heart center, and bow to the light within. May your thoughts be filled with peace and love. May peace and love come from your lips. May your heart be filled with peace and love to share with others. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, dear friends, and until we meet again, mwah.